Hey guys, my name is Mannequin and welcome back to Remixing from Scratch. Okay, now to get in here and try to see how much we could get done today. Okay, so what I decided I'm going to do is I am not going to loop these through the vocals just because it's way too busy to try to get it to sit underneath the vocals. So what we're going to do is we might take a few of these and put them underneath the vocals, but for now we're just going to kind of go on and see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to listen from here to the end of what we have so far, and we'll kind of just kind of refresh myself and give me an idea of what I should start with today.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me.
Okay, so I want to take a few effects from this beginning part here and move it over. I'm not quite sure which ones it was. I think it was this one. Nope. I don't think it's this one. I think it's... Goodness, I can't see all the notes. It's one of these. There we go. So I want to move this one over. We'll keep this one in, because this one's kind of unique, and if we let it stay, it'll kind of give a little more flavor.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me.
Okay, and then I think I need one more. I don't remember which one it is though. Might be this one. We'll try this one.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me.
And then we'll get, I think we want this one, and that should be good. Yeah, we'll just go with this. Kind of see. I think this is the right one. I don't remember if I wanted to keep that after all. Yeah, we'll keep that for now.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me. So tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. I want you to show me everything, how it could be. Yeah, baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes...
Okay, so now I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this next part here. I kind of want to do a build, but at the same time, I think we need a little more time before we actually go in to do a build. So I'm going to copy some stuff, and then we'll kind of see how it sounds and potentially go in and do a build instead. So we're going to grab these, copy them over, and then we'll grab a whole bunch of kicks here, and then copy them over. And that should be what we need.
Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that you...
Okay, I think I want something else. This one is the... Okay, so what I kind of want to do with this one is take it, copy it, and then move this so it's over here, I believe. So it kind of goes like this.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me. So tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. I want you to show me everything, how it could be. Yeah, baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes Did you know? Kids.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to grab these ones here and kind of, I'm going to have to change the notes because the bass line starts to move a different pattern, and this one actually matters what note I'm using. So this one needs to be, let's see here. Since we have it on this note, it's going to need to be A, and then the next one's going to need to be G sharp. So we'll pull this down to A, and then we'll copy it, and then pull that down G sharp, and that might work if we're lucky. Just pull that over, see what happens.
Your kids. I want you to show me everything, how it could be. Baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you know? I want you to show me everything, how it could be. Baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you?
Oh, okay, I see. It's because this other half has a different note here. So we're going to have to take this one, figure out what the heck this one is. This one's D sharp, I believe. Yep, D sharp. Okay, so we're going to have to take this one here. I knew it wasn't sounding right. Join. There we go. And the rest of these can just stay where they are because they're based around the root note, so they should be fine. I did that wrong. Undo, undo, undo. You. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now I just need to double check. I think for some reason that kind of sounds off, but I guess it's right. Let me put it there. Okay, that sounds okay, because that's actually hitting the root note instead of the one that's higher, but it sounds a bit better to me. I kind of think I like it. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I think I like it better than when it's up there. Kind of sounds a little weird right there. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Show me everything, how it could be. Baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
And that kind of lays out what I want to do with this section. Okay, so there's a vocal gap right here. I'll show you. So we need to figure out what the heck we're going to do around here. There's some short things, but other than that, it's a gap that we're supposed to do something with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a sort of break, drop, whatever the heck you want to call it. It's trance, so whatever. And then we'll deal with that in a bit. So, but first I need to figure out how I'm going to go into this. I might... I think I might do a snare build. I'm not sure though. Let's see. I'm gonna copy the kick over, and then we'll kind of see how it sounds with the kick, and from there I'll kind of get an idea of what direction I maybe should go. Okay, so we'll try this. We'll do a snare build here, and but actually we're gonna do a downlifter. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a downlifter. I'm actually gonna go to the loops, and we're gonna go to Boomer. These ones are the downlifters. Oh, my ears! I am so sorry. Okay. Okay. A lot of these sound more epic than I want them to. I kind of want it to just be like a chill downlifter. There we go. We'll go with this one. And drop it in there. And then take the gain and drop it through the floor. -20 we'll probably put it at. That'll be probably enough to get it so it's quiet. And then we're gonna mute these kicks for now because I don't want them in there right now. Bravo! Okay, now for the snare build. Now there's a whole bunch of types of snares you can look for when you're doing a snare build. I think I'm gonna go for the punchy trance snare build. Let's see if I can find that. So, snares. Let's see. The first one there is actually pretty good for this. I think I'm going to do multiple. I'll probably use this one. Where is it? I lost it. Come on. So I'll probably use this one as well as another one, and I'll layer them on top of each other. Where was that one? Might do that one. Oh, I really like this one, actually. This one right here. Drag that one in. I think I'll use this one as the high end. We're actually going to do one thing to it really quick. Zoom in just to make sure that the... okay, so they're about the same. I think one's like delayed a little bit. Just like slightly. Yeah, it's kind of like they're slightly offset maybe. Nah, I don't know. Okay, so what we'll take for this one, we'll make it nice and stereo. And we'll put this kind of underneath the other ones. It'll be the high end though. You usually don't hear high end underneath, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so we'll take this and we want it one every beat, and we'll just delete that one and copy this one, and then they're all the same length. Okay, so ow. Okay, I am so sorry. I have done this like twice now. I really need to check the gains for these. Oh, 16, negative 16. There we go. That's still really loud, actually. Take all these. Negative 20. Okay. So now I can take this one. And I'm going to take the delay, sample delay, and I'm going to delay the left side by a whole ton. $707 is perfect. And then I need to choose one of these. Might just do this. Take the low end from this one. Just kind of get that resonance, turn it down a little so I could bring up the gain of the rest of the sound. And then I'll put this underneath of it. Because it makes it a lot punchier. And then, actually now I realized I don't need this on a 16th note quite yet. So, now we gotta take this and make a snare build out of it. I could stack these, render them down, and then make a pitch snare build, but I'll kind of see how it sounds without it before I do that, because that's always a lot more effort. So, grab each of these, make it on each beat, duplicate. Duplicate. I am holding Alt, and I also forgot my keycaster. And come on, get out of the way. It doesn't show that anyway when I'm holding Alt and stuff and clicking it. It's not going to show you guys, unfortunately.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow.
Okay. Now I just need to take this, duplicate it again, and this time we gotta take these and oh, this is gonna be fun. For the top one here, I could just move it in the middle there. For these ones here, I could just move it. Maybe I can move it like that. No, I don't think so. I think I need to shorten these really quick. So just kind of take them and reduce the size just a tad, so that it's the length is just underneath of it, so it doesn't clip the beginning off the next sample. And then the same thing for this next one here. Take these, shrink it down, and then duplicate. There we go. So then it goes kind of like this.
Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh.
And then at this halfway point here, we take it and then we shrink it again. Now, one other thing about trance, one of the things about trance is that you could actually do 30-second notes a lot more often, which are there's not a grid for it in Logic by default, but people use that, and it might just be easier to do this actually. Take these and duplicate it there, and then just keep doing that. Whoops, take that there, and then I'll just keep on doing this, and then I'll replace the last one because it's a lot faster than trying to shrink it down to the right length. Okay. There we go. And then, so normally in like Electro House, they just kind of run it at 16th notes for this last part, but the trance, you can go up to 30-second notes and it sounds fine.
When you feel me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away.
Now, the question is, do I want to go into 30-second notes? I'm going to listen to it one more time. I'll try to decide here.
When you feel me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away.
Okay, I'm going to go into 30-second notes. And it's just going to be this one section here. And it's going to go really stinking fast. Okay, so the hard part about 30-second notes is that there's no grid marker for it. But it does snap there. So it's at, if you look where it says position, it says 40, 1, and then 121. That means that I'm halfway through the section there. So you kind of see that it's 1 and then 120 is halfway, but when you have it at 121, it's actually starting at that halfway point. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. And except for I think I just did that wrong. Yeah. Okay, so then I need to copy this here, and this here, and then this here. And actually, let's leave it at that. Because each section gets shorter, you're actually doing the same amount of notes per section. They're just more squished together. And I am going to do some other things to this. Don't think that I'm saying that I'm content with this yet. Actually, let me create a track stack. And I'll make it a summing stack. And for the sole purpose of saying, yes, I am going to actually do some other things to this so that it kind of fades in or filters in or something like that. And it's not just this raw snare build that's kind of like plain and painful.
When you feel me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away,
Okay, and then we're actually going to do something else that's kind of done rather often, and that is this section, despite the fact that all the sections shrink and have the same amount of notes, you run this one out longer. And then it kind of ends up like... So it kind of opens up at that A there. And then what I could do here is... At this note, I could actually cut all these out. I'm going to mute them instead of actually cutting them out yet. And then, and you could actually put some sort of other impact or like reverse crash or something like that. And it really opens up and it feels really epic. So, so that's what I probably am going to end up doing there. And for now, I need to grab this and I need to figure out if I want to volume automate or if I want to filter this. I'm going to try filter first just to kind of see how this sounds, but I am going to probably volume automate regardless of whether or not I filter. So we'll start from the beginning here. Let me turn on the...
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away. Tell me, did you know?
Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to add resonance to this. So I'm going to bring this down here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to pull up the Q factor for this one. And when you do that on a cut, it ends up pulling it up like this. So we can have that nice resonant sound.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away. Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me?
So we'll start it there and we'll kind of open it up. I think I'll just run it linearly right now. and then we'll kind of see where we want to go with it later. We might curve it, we might not curve it, we'll kind of see, because I might actually change the duration of these notes. I got frequency, and I don't think I'm going to make this in time for the end of the contest. I just haven't gotten enough studio time this week, which really stinks. But, okay.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me.
Okay, so we'll keep it like this for now. And then I'm also going to take the volume overall on this thing and turn it down. But first, actually, you know what? I'm going to put a gear... You know what? I'll just take all these and I'll go like this. X, so I can bring up the mixer here. I'm going to listen to this.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane?
And then we throw on our trance reverb. And it suddenly sounds so much better. Actually, it might not, but we'll kind of see. Pull this up.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me, did you know?
I need to take the EQ here. What did I... Oh, I put... Of course I did. That was the problem. I was wondering why it sounds so bad. What I wanted is I wanted the reverb here. There we go. So it goes like this. Why? That could be why.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away.
Okay, now I'm going to curve this. So let me pop this open here and do the automation curve tool. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Now I'm going to hold command, and then I could curve it like this. So what this does is it's going to build up rather quickly at first. It's going to stay here for most of the time, and then it's going to build up rather quickly again.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away.
Okay, and we're going to have it going, we're going to have it all the way open as soon as it gets to those. Let me actually reduce the amount of curve on that.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a... Tell me. Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me?
I'm going to try putting the Space Designer before the channel EQ, see how it happens.
Tell me, did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Tell me.
We're going to open up the filter on this too. Okay. Nope, I wanted this one. Okay.
But your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me.
Okay, and then what I want to do right before I wrap this up is I'm going to try to make it do some sort of interesting pattern here instead of just a standard, you know, stereotypical build. So what I'm going to do here is...
Tell me, did you know?
So we'll go like this. And I'll take this one and go like this. And then because we're leaving out those two parts, it'll actually sound slightly different from the other hits. So we're leaving out these two ones, and we're not going to copy these ones, so it kind of
Tell
sounds...
me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane.
And then what we got to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Take these, kill the automation so I can see stuff, and scale that up so I can see stuff. And we'll take these ones here, copy them over, and we'll actually delete that and copy this over. No, not flex time. Genius. Copy that over.
Tell me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me.
Oh. Okay. I just realized one thing. I'm going to have to duplicate this here. Pull it out. Grab these ones. Because I don't want these ones to have the reverb on it. But I do want them to have the filter, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. So it's kind of go like... we'll just slap a filter on it for now, I guess. And just kind of filter it down.
Tell me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 Tell me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, me. Ooh,
Now we'll take this part here. Come on. Move this over here. So go.
me. Ooh,
And delete that one.
blow me. Ooh, ooh,
And then we might be able to get this to work.
ooh,
And then we'll copy this one right here. There we go. Kind of see how this sounds. Then we're going to have to actually open up the filter.
Tell me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, Tell me,
Okay, now we'll take this and automate the channel EQ, high cut frequency. And we're going to open this up. I'm going to actually open it up a little bit later than the other ones. So that if you notice, it's kind of like it's not ending at the same spot and it's not starting at the same spot. It's kind of later.
did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, Tell me, did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, Tell me,
Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I need to make sure that the curve is generally the same amount. So that's 12. This one's probably 24. Yep. So we'll kind of change this so it's a little bit more like that.
did you know? That your eyes hit me like a hurricane, 'cause baby, you blow me.
Okay. Now, 35 minutes. I think I'm not going to wrap it up quite yet because I just want to do one other easy thing, and that's EDM crashes. I'll use that one. And so one of the things that's really cool about crashes is you could actually repitch them to get different styles of crashes with the same sample. So I'll show you how to do that here because I'm probably going to need to do that. Let me check one other thing really quick. Okay, and then we'll put this one right here. I might actually need to put it sooner or later. We'll figure that out. Now, before I kill myself with the loudness of this, -20. That's probably not enough because this is a crash, and crashes are very, very harsh and sharp. But for now, I'll just deal with it. Now, one of the other things I need to do is unmute it. And then I'm going to fade this in using the fade in tool here. Come on. And we're going to fade it in like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. Actually, it's going to... Whoops, that's a gain. -24. We'll just make it to 24 instead of 20. Fade in, we need to make longer. Not that long. Whoops, that's a gain. Keep on doing that. 24. I could get the fade tool here and just adjust using that. Okay, fade tool. We'll do that. And we'll move that over there. Now what I'm looking for is I'm actually looking for a certain sound that's probably going to be really hard to get. But we'll try it. Now what I got to do here is set this in stereo by using the... Actually, I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use the modulation tool called, where is it? Spreader. So this one is kind of like, it does some stereo stuff. I'm going to use stereo spread. And, but it also does some, it kind of does the sample delay, and then it also does some modulation over it. So that's what the channel delay here is, and then we also have some modulation going on. And one of the things, the reason I usually don't use this is because this actually affects the high end and kind of smooths things out, but that's what I want for this. So you could probably hear it doing the warbly sort of sound on the high end. And then what I want is I want a lot of reverb. So this thing is like drowned in it. Trance. I think I need to mute all of these here. Right there. Nope. Undo, bring you there. And then... You know what? We'll do this. I'm going to need to flex it. I know that for sure. Okay, so we'll kill the fade right now. We're going to do this. Pop this open. File, functions, reverse. Okay. Now, so we'll let the... Okay, so now we can actually get rid of this harsh part. You notice it kind of goes... That's what I'm going to try to get rid of here. Okay, now what I could do is I could re-pitch this using flex time. This is going to be the last thing here, because I don't want this to run for like an hour. So I'm going to do flex time, speed, and effects. And then we could take this, and then I'm holding Alt, and I could squash this a little bit, and it'll pitch it up. Probably should have showed you the before and after. And then you could pitch it down just by pulling it out longer. So you could hear that it changes the tone entirely. I wanted it a higher pitch, so. So I want the 30-second notes here. I don't know how many though. So we'll unmute those and we'll just put this here. What the heck? And I don't like the way it kind of, the reverb on this. Okay, so what I will do is I will actually cut the volume there, which is really easy to do. I just have to go volume automation, and then we'll grab it right here, and then we'll drop it down to negative infinity. No, negative infinity. Thank you. So kind of and now I could take this, which has the space designer on it, and since I don't really like, I want the reverby sound. Why is it soloing that too? So I don't want that harsh part. I just kind of want the that part. There we go. And I might actually make this a little higher. We'll kind of see how it sounds like that. Now this is where it actually might be worth doing this. Pitch correction. I'm not actually going to correct the pitch. I'm just going to figure out. That didn't help. Sometimes, if you're lucky, try to put this at the top, and it'll actually tell you what note it's at. I guess it's not going to, though. So we're going to have to forego that and just try to work it by ear. Actually, I need to go in closer so I can see what I'm doing. Around there. There we go. That's in key. So actually, not hi-hats, cymbals, you can actually have problems if they're not in key. So that's what I was doing right there. I didn't want it to sound off key. So I did that, and I kind of adjusted it using this flex time here, popped open flex time, and then I changed the speeds to make it higher, and then I used that to also adjust the pitch of it so that it was in key. A lot of people ask if, because I've heard some people that do that talk about what you should do. They say, you need to make sure all your drums are in key. No, you don't. I'm just going to be honest. There are some cases where you will have a drum that is not in key and it'll sound bad, but I'll be just really straight up honest with you guys. It doesn't matter unless you can hear it and it's actually being a problem. Like kick drums are the biggest one. You'll notice that this is a tuned kick drum. It is tuned to F sharp. Am I even in the key of F, like where F sharp is in the key? I don't think so. Might be. I can actually check my chords. But I don't really think this is actually in, like F sharp would be in key. It might be. Let's see if I can find out without thinking too hard. That's G sharp, but I'm not seeing F sharp. It could potentially be an option in key, and I just haven't keyed it in somewhere. No, it's not. I don't think it is. So like essentially, you don't really have to worry if it's in key or not. Unless it actually sounds bad, then you actually might want to check whether or not it's in key. But you kind of heard here, the kick drum sounds fine. The kick drum fits like the main body of it. It's just fine with this track. So you don't need to worry about it for all your drums, whether or not they're in key. But you do want to check some things. Like in this example, I did want to make sure the crash was in key because otherwise it would have sounded a little bit sour trailing off there and not being in key with the other sounds. So that's why I bothered to put that one in key, but it's really just on a case-by-case basis. Do you think it should be in key or do you think it shouldn't be in key? So, anyway, we'll listen one more time to this little drop that we've made here. I'm actually going to take this boomer effects and turn it up a little bit, and then we'll kind of see if we could do this right. Now the thing is, sometimes Okay, it's at the right volume level. Okay, so it should be fine here. We're just gonna kind of listen from here and see what it sounds like, and then next time we'll kind of add a little bit more to it.
Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh,
And then we go into something really heavy. Probably go back into something similar to this. I might just make this the intro. And then we'll do a different one for this part. And then we'd probably key it in. We'd probably key it in a bar after that, so we like leave a blank bar, which rhythmically is not very good for getting like, if you want to have structure that's very solid and you could like every 16 bars something right, it's probably not a good idea. But if I leave a gap here, it'll have a lot of emotional impact because it's kind of not just a rigid into the next section immediately. It's kind of like this gap here. But it would, like if someone was just trying to, chop up my song, they'd see that like they couldn't just take every 16 bars and make a section because there's this one empty one here that would cause problems potentially. So I just kind of show you. And then I'd probably put something right here, like a clap, and then I'd go back into the kick right about here. So go. Oh, come on. And then we go back into the section there, but I'd have some sort of something here, like I don't know. I might have reverse kicks, or I might have like a snare here or something that just goes, and then it goes into the part here. So that's it for this video. I ended up being almost an hour, but closer than some of my other videos. But anyway, I'm kind of like hearing more often than not you guys want longer videos, so I think I might stick to that. Also, I'm sure some of you guys have heard by now, I am really interested in trying to start a live stream on this kind of style. So it'd be kind of like this, except for it'd be a lot more interactive with you guys, and I'd probably be doing an original track. What genre, I'm not sure. Might just do trance because I'm into trance right now. I don't really want to make that much electro house. If I had vocals, I might, but I'd probably do a trance track, but I'd just be, instead of remixing from scratch, it'd be track from scratch, and then I might do a live stream series on that kind of, I'd record them so that if you guys miss the stream, you could still see them, but at the same time, if you guys dropped into the stream and kind of want to watch, you could ask questions or, just chat with me. It'd be really leisure. Don't worry about like if you interrupt me during that. So that's kind of the style it would be during that. It'd be just like hang out with you guys and kind of hear your thoughts, hear your questions, and just kind of make it fun and a learning experience as well. So anyway, I hope this video was enjoyable, and I think we've gotten some done here. We didn't get as much done as some of the other videos. Like the first couple of videos, we kind of like plowed through stuff. But now it's going to be a little bit slower, which is why I'm a little bit worried that this won't get done on time. But at the same time, as long as I'm enjoying it and I make a cool song in the end, that's really all that matters most. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.